Hello again, and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover, including fans and rappers slamming an article published by the New York Post about DMX that stated, DMX and the houses he lost during his rap career. And this sparked reactions from many, including hip-hop legends like Chuck D and King Crook. And we'll get to more on this in a bit, and we also have official results for the Rap Madness competition that attracted over 1 million votes in the finals, and Eminem was voted greatest rapper alive, and this has sparked reactions, including a couple of debates for obvious reasons, and we'll get to more on this later. But first, if you enjoy content like this, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and find me on social media at ETLifestyle_web. So while people were revisiting iconic moments of DMX and wishing for the best, a New York Post writer believed it was a great time to write an article about DMX's failures in real estate since everyone is talking about DMX. And here's an excerpt from the article to give you an idea of what this was about. Debts followed him as he moved all over the country, and since the 90s, he has undergone repeated foreclosures, forced sales, and investment losses in his real estate portfolio despite his lucrative multi-million-dollar career, financial documents show, and the article goes through a series of properties and failures, but this resulted in an outrage on platforms like Twitter where users have dropped reactions like this. This article had to be written by someone, edited by someone else, published by someone else, then posted on social media by someone else. None of these people stopped and thought, this is a terrible story to put out. Shame on you, New York Post. This should have never made it to print. And Chuck D reacted to this post stating, shame on you all, and this situation kinda reminds me of how Kobe Bryant's passing was also handled, where publications and media personalities believed it was a great idea to bring up negative stories about Kobe as soon as he passed. King Crook also reacted to the post with, whoever thought it was a good time to post this piece of crap. And in reaction to Crook's post, a user states, shake my head. People really hate themselves, so they gotta give the same energy to folks who are an imprint on history or working towards doing same thing. Same cats asking for an autograph if they seen X in person though. And as usual, some came around with takes to add more to the story. Not to mention, the neighbors is infuriated. I know that in Mount Kisco, New York, where his main house is, the neighbors absolutely hate him. Constant, deafening noise at all hours, dogs barking, cars all over the place. Sorry he's sick, but he's not a good neighbor. And in response to this, some are wondering, you woke up today and chose to chase the clout? Since what are we to do with this information? He's not a good neighbor at a time like this. And if in quotes, throw stones and hide your hands was a person, it would be the writer of this article, hence reactions like this. Interesting how I googled her and found her Twitter, and it just no longer exists. She's hiding in her foxhole, and I'm sure she won't receive any actual punishment for whatever this garbage article is. Of course she won't. Remember this initial tweet about every stage it passed through before it got published? And moving on to the next point at hand, official results are out, and in a poll that attracted over 1 million participants, Eminem was voted the greatest rapper alive by Instagram users, 48 to 52%, so it was close indeed, and these results have resulted in reactions like this on Twitter. Eminem won that poll by rap on IG over Drake, with more than 1 million people voting in, and clowns on Twitter that never touched grass in their lives are mad as F, LOL, laughing emojis. And before we get to some hot discussions, here are some reactions under these results on this platform. Drake a GOAT in his own right, but Eminem been doing it for too long. He has fans in every continent, and overwhelmingly reactions on this platform have been positive, with responses that add, thank God most people had the common sense to vote M. Drake don't even write his own ish. Just cause he can spit other people's rhymes doesn't mean he's necessarily good. The end of that one was a bit harsh, but hey, that's one opinion. And over on IG, some are quoting 50 Cent. Rap is like a mountain, mostly black, but at the top it's white. But results like these were bound to spark debates across platforms, and on Twitter for instance it goes, this is a big win for true hip-hop. It shows how relevant Eminem is to today's rap culture, to win Drake, who is more of a singer than a rapper. This is huge, which got this response. Then they should have not put it as a rap challenge in the first place. It should have been a music challenge. Musically, Drake is more versatile and has a better discography than Eminem. Drake also has a song for virtually every situation. His music is highly relatable, and that got this response. So does Eminem. He has a song for literally everything. Also, Drake is good, but he doesn't compare to Eminem at all. People talk about versatility, which is good, but whenever that is used to make a point, I can't help but remember the figure of speech, jack of all trade, master of none. I ain't trying to diss, that just comes to mind. And the same user who claimed Drake has a better discography added this: Drake is not a pure rapper, that's why 50% R&B songs account for his career sales. Eminem obviously cannot sing, except on Mockingbird and Beautiful, where I heard him do that, songs he still rap on. The game should have been Eminem vs Jay-Z, y'all sick for this Drake-Eminem pairing. But this user missed the memo that this final was as a result of votes, since Jay-Z was also part of the competition but lost along the way. And over on Reddit, fans discussed who was bigger, 2000s Em or 2010s Drake, a debate that screams I wasn't alive in the 2000s. And before we get into how users on Reddit are taking this, here's some context. All of Eminem's studio albums released in the 2000s topped over 1 million pure albums sold in a single week globally. Even Relapse topped 1 million first week pure sales globally, according to Media Traffic, and in the 2010s, Drake managed this once with Views, and even Scorpion fell short of this 1 million a week milestone, even with the inclusion of streams converted to equivalent sales. And on Reddit, some are wondering, how is this even a question, like others too? Is this a real question? Look at the numbers. And even with streams converted to equivalent sales, Drake's album tally still falls short of 2000's Eminem pure sales, and a better comparison will be 2010's Eminem versus 2010's Drake in the United States, where Drake wins Eminem in streams 36.3 billion to 17.8 billion according to SoundScan, while Eminem wins album sales 13.8 million to Drake's 10.5 million, and Eminem also wins song sales 63.5 million to Drake's 59.6 million. Perhaps I'll do a more in-depth video on the 2010s decade in the future, but over to you guys, comment below and see you on the next one.